This week's top Disney news stories include big Mulan news as well as stories about Disney Plus and Turtles. Stay tuned and I'll break it all down. Well, hello there. My name's Jeremy and welcome back to Freeform Disney, where I talk about all aspects of Disney, from the animated movies to the theme parks to Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar, and the TV shows, and everything else in between. And that is why it's Freeform. And keep coming back every day for new daily content. If you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now it's that time of the week once more, so on to this week's biggest Disney news stories. Now this one's going to be one of those nice quick weeks, and yes, it's a little delayed, but still, pretty quick. Let's start off with a big piece of news. So the top story of the week is big Mulan news. Mulan is going digital, or at least digital everywhere where Disney Plus is. So on September 4th, Mulan will be releasing. Pretty sure this time it isn't getting delayed. So what you need to watch it, if you are anywhere where you can have Disney Plus, is a Disney Plus subscription, plus you're going to have to spend $30 to go ahead and buy the movie. Now it's not just a limited time rental, apparently you will buy it and have it for as long as it's going to be there. I imagine eventually it'll be free for everyone on Disney Plus anyway, but until that point in time at least. Now anywhere that doesn't have Disney Plus, they're still going to be looking at opening up in the theaters. Namely, this clearly means China will be a major theatrical release, where China actually does have its movie theaters open. Now, they're not doing a ton of business in China right now just because there's not new movies to go ahead and be bringing people out there. But remember that China has got the coronavirus pandemic a lot more under control than, say, the US, shall we say. Just to name names. So while the US certainly won't be opening in the movie theaters, it will be coming to Disney Plus, and now this is a huge shift and move. Now, it's not the first movie to go ahead and do a rental thing here, or purchase thing as the case is in this one, as we did see Trolls World Tour, which had opened in the theaters briefly, then quickly go off to being a rental once the movie theaters closed down. Now, that was a little cheaper, but also only a rental. Now, the other huge thing, though, is Mulan is a way bigger movie than Trolls World Tour was. Mulan is huge. It was going to be one of the biggest movies of the entire year. And so this is a way for Disney to go ahead and, recoup some of its lost money and start checking to see, is this possibility going to work for releasing things on Disney Plus? Now, Bob Chapek, good old CEO of Disney, says that they're just looking at this as a one-off. But there are certainly plenty of reports that they put enough work in that it's not a one-off. And common sense tells you too. They're testing the waters. And they're testing the waters in a major way. I mean, this is Mulan. It's not just some tiny movie that they're checking it out on. Now, I certainly can't tell you whether you should spend $30 on that. Personally, that is way more than it would have cost to go see it in the theaters. Now, for a big family, $30 might not be a bad price. For those of us who are not a big family, maybe not quite so much. Do I think this will probably work for them? My guess, if I'm putting bets out, is that this will probably work great for Disney. On top of that, they don't have to release the exact numbers if it doesn't do as well for them, or heck, if it does really well, they can still be vague about it and just say, hey, it did more than X, which is a really screwy thing sometimes. But they'll also have all the information about who actually does it. It should also boost these number of subscribers to Disney Plus, similarly to what Hamilton did too. So this seems like a win-win for Disney. And they're able to do it with a little wink and a nod to the movie theater, said, this is a one-off. No, we're not trying to offend you, and we're not going to do this more. We shall see. After all, Disney is the biggest juggernaut as far as movies are concerned right now. So Disney can push its weight around a little bit with the movie theaters, so they sure as hell are hoping this isn't. But we'll see what happens. Certainly the big studios are all pushing a little more in this direction, and all of this kind of thing is happening faster than it probably would have without the coronavirus. But that's not to say it wouldn't have still happened eventually over, say, another few years. Now, I don't know what we'll end up seeing for box office numbers or anything else, just because we won't get to see those numbers for Disney Plus. nor I don't know how it would be counted in terms of box office either. We will get to see the Chinese numbers though. And you have to understand, China is a giant market, and even more so for a movie like Mulan, which is directly targeted to China as well as the US. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes out. And hey, I will definitely be watching the movie when it comes to September 4th, and I'll have up a nice review of it and have some other Mulan content going up that week. So I will be looking forward to it, coming up soon. Well everyone, let's head off to everyone's favorite section, the lightning round. A few quick headlines of bigger stories. Nia DaCosta was announced as the director for Captain Marvel 2. Now, Captain Marvel 2 is currently scheduled to arrive in theaters on July 8th, 2022. In its quarterly earnings call, Disney revealed that it was doing worse overall than expected, but better in some of its media portions than was expected. Walt Disney World is making profit, but less people than expected are attending, and cancellations are surprisingly high, most likely due to the coronavirus surge in Florida. On a very positive note for Disney, Disney Plus now has over 60 million subscribers. Well, with all of that, everyone, let's go ahead and end with some turtles. Currently, the Tour de Turtles is going on, and that's something that's been going on since 2008, being put on by the Sea Turtle Conservancy to go ahead and raise awareness for sea turtles. Now, a bunch of different organizations can go ahead and sponsor turtles, and the turtles are then tracked by satellite as they migrate from their nesting beaches to their foraging grounds. And Disney has actually been a sponsor on this one since the beginning, and this time they've sponsored two different turtles, and they've named them Kermit, a green sea turtle, and Miss Piggy, who is a loggerhead sea turtle. And apparently Disney's specifically looking at awareness on the harm from plastic debris and artificial light pollution. Now you can go over to tourdeturtles.org, so TOURDE turtles.org, to track the turtles or to learn more. And there'll also be a link down in the description. Go Turtles go! Or Go Muppets go! And yes, they named them that because of the Muppets Now show up over on Disney Plus right now, which hey, I'm watching through myself and enjoying it so far. Hopefully you are too. And so that's the news for this week. Did I miss any big Disney news stories? And what do you think about Disney's plans for Mulan? Are you excited for Kermit and Miss Piggy the Turtles? Let me know down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like and share it with anyone else you think will too. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new video for Freeform Disney. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Have a magical day, and may the Force be with you. Always.